You choose delivery right to your home or pick up at our Venue at Home storefront. Order today at holidaysbyvenue.net. That's holidaysbyvenue.net.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting scattered showers throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 47. Tonight, a slight chance of scattered showers early, then mainly cloudy and breezy. We'll see a low of around 36. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return. It'll be breezy too. We'll see a high of around 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in to the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach.
Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown. 98 yards and a Lambeau leap.
Here is your host, Ahman Green.
Welcome into the show. I'm your host, Ahman Green. Got my man Harrison to my right on the ones and twos. How you doing, Harrison?
Doing great. It's a nice rainy day. I don't mind this weather. We talked a little bit off there. This is pretty comfortable weather for me. I'll take it anytime. Nebraska soccer's on a roll. We got some state high school football tonight. We got Bennington and Omaha Skutt Catholic. That one will take part right at 7 o'clock after this show. And, of course, Nick Sandern, as always, on the call for us. So, yeah, we got plenty lined up ahead here. Should be a good night.
Yeah, very good night. We got, and then tomorrow, we got
more state high school
Omaha
football.
West Side.
Yeah, let me pull up. Let me make sure.
Elkhorn South,
yep,
I believe.
So, yeah, tomorrow, the game we're calling anyway. So, if you want to get this on the ticket, it's going to be 21st. Number 1, Wahoo versus number 2, Boone Central. That's Class C1.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Class C2, we'll have all these games for tomorrow. We'll also have number 1 Norfolk Catholic versus number 3 Ord, and another Class A game. That'll be the night one, same time as this. And that is 7 p.m. Number 1 Omaha West Side for number 3 Elkhorn South. So yeah, it'll be great. We'll have all those games right here on the ticket. And yeah, I don't know if you've had a chance to listen to Nick on the call, but he does a great job. Pretty solid play-by-play commentary, and I know a lot of people enjoy it. So we'll have those games here for you right here on the ticket as always, and especially as state playoffs continues to kind of build up here.
Yeah, I'm actually going on tomorrow. Just got put in there. Just slid into the slot.
Oh, you're actually going on tomorrow?
Yeah, going on the West Side game. West Side and Elkhorn South.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, just jumping on. We literally just did it. That's why you didn't know. Like when I came in, I think it was Nick or Bach. No, Nick. It was Nick walked in asking DP if he was what he was doing tonight, and then or what he's doing tomorrow. And he said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then I walked in, started talking, and then D2 says, "Like, what you doing?" I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "That game tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Said, "Can I do it?" He's like, "You know what? Yeah."
Yeah, why not? Why not let the
give DP a break? You know,
the Hall of Famer, not just in college NFL as well. Why not get his intake on the game?
Awesome. High school state. Yes, indeed. I love to see that. I love it.
How many titles did you have when you graduated?
High school wise?
Yeah.
None. I'll say in state track.
State track.
Yeah, we got 4x1 relay at Central. Almost 2 years in a row. And then I was 100, 200, and a 4x1 all in my senior year.
I can see the track.
Yeah.
There's a lot of track stories. Do you still hold a lot of records?
A few. Back? I don't know about how many, but a few.
Okay.
Definitely at Central. Statewide, I don't know. But I know, like, building up to that senior year, it was my junior year. Had a really good junior year at Central. After I transferred, football season went good. Then went into powerlifting in the winter, and then came out spring, rolling, and made it to state. Won districts, get to state against in heat. I don't know what heat I was in, but finals. Made it to the finals. Steve Stanford. No, it was not Steve Stanford. It was another. Stanford, wasn't Steve, but went to Lincoln High. And it was also my man, Mark Rollins from Omaha Benson. That's a blast from the past. A lot of names. That name right there, a lot of people know it in the Omaha area, Mark Rollins. He was a guy just next to Ronnie Doss, excuse me.
I was like, man.
Ronnie Doss. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, it's easy to get those two names because they're both hell of an athlete. Ronnie was just fast as all get out. Randy Moss, obviously tall and fast, but was an NFL receiver. But no, Ronnie Doss was a defensive back on the football team for Benson Bunnies, but also was a All-American, All-State track athlete. And so I only rested him his senior year, or my sophomore year, which was his senior year. So then by the time he graduated, it was me, Mark Rollins, and some other guys from other schools, Garing and Kearney, that were battling out throughout the track season.
That's a pretty loaded era.
Yeah, it was stacked. It was stacked. And then, as I said, come to the finals of the final heat for state for the 100. I got in the blocks, ready to go. Wasn't nervous, ready, excited, have some fun, try to get the win or whatever, and just slipped. I was, I guess, so powerful. I slipped out the blocks. The one spike kind of slipped on me. So I was recovering the most of the race, and I caught up to Mark, and he ended up just edging me by a shoulder length. So I was like, that was on me.
That's
good job. I was like, good job, Mark. Like, hey, congratulations. It was his senior year too, so I really felt like, man, you know what? I didn't feel too bad because he was a senior. He was his senior year, and to have an opportunity to do that your senior year, I think that's special for any athlete. So didn't really feel too bad other than on my end, like, man, how did I slip? So I told myself on the track, in my head, I am not losing my senior year in nothing in terms of track.
Right.
Because, football, team sport, it could go either way. But for me, I'm in control. There's nobody else running this ship because this is me and the 100 and 200. Now, 4x1 relay, the same thing. It's a team thing. We might have errors. We might have mistakes. We might have a guy hurt or something. But for me, in 100 and 200, it's all on AG, and then making sure I told myself I am not losing in the 1 and the 2 my senior year, and I did not.
Was it close?
No, in my senior year,
yeah,
no,
no question.
No, 200.
You get out of the block, right? And
I got out the block, and then I say the 200 was probably worse than the 1 because I came off because I learned how to run that 200 curve really good where I used it as almost like a slingshot. Like
what is the key to that? Because the 200 curve, that one gets broken down a lot. And you hear the slingshot, but what does that even mean?
So coming out the blocks, you got to drive fast, drive out fast, push out hard, and then kind of tuck your head. I would tuck my head into the curve and just look at the ground and just pump my arms and legs as hard as possible. And and then once you straighten up, and then as I went with the curve, as I'm coming around, I'm like straightening up at the same time. So when I got back to the straightaway, I was straight up and down.
So would you rather be on the inside or far lane?
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, I had the strength to run on the inside lane, being in 1 or 2, and then I obviously endurance on the outside 8 or 7 or 8 or 7 or 6. I mean on the outside, but obviously prime is 3 or 4 lane, and for a state, I was in 4 lane 4. So, but no, I didn't care what lane I was in. I know a lot of runners worry about that because obviously it's tougher to run on, especially the outside or the inside. But hey, as a competitor, sometimes you don't control that. So I was like, that part was out of my head if I had to run in lane 1, in the first prelims. Like, so what? I just got to make sure I cross the finish line before 2 people.
Yeah,
and do that.
I always hated being on because I remember they didn't put me in it very long, but the 200 hurdles. So I was like, okay, well, I know I'm not the best.
You a hurdle guy?
For a little bit.
Ooh,
didn't
strong.
Yeah, didn't like it.
It's rough.
And I remember being like, okay, I know I'm not the fastest, so I won't be inside. But I was the fastest in the second heat, so I got inside. And that's tough. That's tough to slingshot off the inside. I don't know if it's because my strides are too long, but I had a hard time like accelerating around the turn.
Yeah,
and it just felt like I didn't get to top speed until way after.
Right. And I didn't run hurdle, so I couldn't really say what that process is because that's a different process.
Yeah, you got to like really time out your steps.
Yeah, I know that process. You got to time out your steps, but coming around a curve, running hurdles too, and that's a whole nother component. That's another mathematical problem that gets thrown at you because just running straight is fine. Because I remember first couple of years, my freshman year running track at Omaha North, I was like, this feels so good. And somebody in practice, we're practicing running 100s, running 50s, running 200s. And somebody's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, I've been playing football most of my life. And usually I'm running so fast, then I get hit by something.
Right.
Somebody.
And you're running without all that weight on you.
Right. And now I'm running just to hit the little finish line thing to break it. And that feels so good. Because usually it's a strong safety hitting me in my chest. Playing Little League ball and high school ball, I never ran track. When I was living in California, a lot of my friends asked me, Ahman, run track with us. And I ran I think I was like 4th grade I ran, and it was 4th grade. We didn't have no spikes on. This is just in the neighborhood.
Just got your sneakers on out there.
Sneakers,
on the track.
right. And actually we went, we had my elementary school, 42nd Elementary, we had a track team, but it's elementary.
Yeah.
We don't know how to run. We don't know no arm technique, nothing.
It's more just to get people interested.
Right.
Just see if they want to go
and
through
keep us active,
yeah.
And I was an active kid. So me doing that was like this part of basically going outside, riding my bike. There was no technique being taught. My Miss Dime, she was our coach. She was our teacher. Great, great lady. Hope she's still with us. And no, like I said, it was just fun being out there. But by the time you get to high school, that's where all the technique, you're training your arms, you're conditioning in the off season, conditioning hard in regular season to go to, districts or city and then districts and then on off the state. So yeah, it was a last 2 years of track where that helped my football out 100%. That made I was already naturally blessed through my parents and athletic ability and speed, which is one thing I would say to, till I see the dirt over me, speed you cannot teach. Speed, either that you have it or you don't have it. You could work on it, but you have that innate speed, that speed where you like people don't believe how fast you are. That's what I was told. People are like, man, you ain't that fast. I'm like, all right, I could do this. Watch. Watch this.
I think it's the quick twitch speed.
The
That's
fast
the one
twitch.
that you really can't teach. Like what Tyreek Hill's got. I don't care if you're doing ladders 24/7. You're not going to get that.
Yeah. So me and Tyree, we're cut from the same cloth. I'm just older. So I don't have to run that fast anymore. And I only have 1.5 hamstring. So I earned my just due. I'm gonna put one day. I'm gonna put a tattoo on both my legs that says 4.17 because that was the fastest I ever ran in my life, and that is ranked behind. I think I'm behind. Who is it? Oh, Bo Jackson.
It's a good name.
So
to be by. You can take
and
some
in the
pride
annals of 40-yard dash at the pro level in terms of combine day or what is it?
Yeah, what are you talking
Yeah,
about? The combine?
Yeah, combine or what is it at the school when it's on campus? What do they call it?
Now you're throwing me off.
Yeah, I'll think about it later. But anyway,
402-464-5685.
He'll pop back in. But and then Dion's behind me.
Oh, you got Dion beat though.
Yeah, I got Dion beat. I'm like, yeah. So no, something I don't really brag about it
Pro
a whole
day.
lot.
Thank you.
Pro
Wes
day.
Blanket.
There it is.
Yeah,
Pro
geez.
day. Yeah, I don't really talk about it a whole lot because I'm not braggadocious.
And Thunder Not Collins. Appreciate the help as always. Yeah, now we got the text line. We know they're listening.
Yeah.
We got IQ Crew as well and Thunder Not Collins. I want to ask you this before we get to Nebraska football because I'm assuming you haven't had the chance to talk about it yet on the mic. At least here on
not
the
yet.
ticker.
I'm ready to talk about it.
Okay. We don't got a ton of time.
I just listened to Coach Rule and his presser today. So, yeah, I'm ready to talk about it, but what's up?
Okay, so one more question. We'll go to break. And again, you guys can always join on this. If you want questions for Ahman Green to answer on your thoughts on the game, 402-464-5685. You text those in now on the next segment. We'll kind of open up with that. But one question before we go to break here. What is the one event in track and field that you wish you would have had the opportunity to? Or if you could go back, you think you could go do gold in that one as well in state?
400 meter.
400?
400.
Was there any field events that maybe you were interested in?
Long jump.
Okay.
Shot put, because I was strong.
Yeah.
Easy. Like, I would try to talk Coach Mack, who was my football coach, who was also my powerlifting coach, which I don't know if it was a great thing for him to do all three, but love him to death. God rest his soul. He would throw me in the long jump for extra points. He'd be like, Ahman, you want to get some points today? You bored?
That feels like if we need more points, here's an event we can just get an athlete.
Right.
Period.
That's what he would do. And I'll be like, all right. He said, why don't you go long jump? And I would do that. Usually 9 times out of 10, I would place in the top 3. I would not win, but I'll be like second or third.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Get points.
Get points. But I always told him, like, coach, put me in shot put. I'm on a powerlifting team. I bench press. I mean, in high school, I thought it was a lot, but I was bench pressing 395.
Were you out there like practicing? Like, could you see you were pretty solid at it or no?
I just needed practice the technique, but I watched them all the time.
Right.
And I was one of those learners. Like, when I watch somebody do it, now I just got to try it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Kevin Sayers. He was our shot put guy. He was one of our tackles, and he played tackle or guard, but online in general. And I watched this technique. I said, oh, it's just a nice little spin pirouette thing. I'm like, I'm athletic. I could do that.
Oh, you got the balance down if you're playing the back position, I'd imagine.
Right. The shot put is only like 12 ounces, something like that.
I was never. I think it's. I think it's heavier than 12.
Well, it might be. Yeah. I might be off. Never threw it, but saw it. But I was like, I could get those points. Like that's I guarantee I probably win that. That's 10 points right there. He just would never put, because we did have Kevin Sayers, so Gail Sayers' nephew was a big dude and strong. Very nice dude. Him and his brother too. He ran Damien. He ran Damon Sayers. He ran track too.
I would have guessed pole vault for some reason. I see you as like a pole vault guy, just because you got a similar build to a lot of my friends who did pole vault.
Right. I say ability, yes. It would take me some time to just get used to that whole process. What you got to do, you got to hit the stick right, and then it's gonna pole vault you about 12 feet into the air over another pole, and then hopefully you make it over, and then you got to land like a professional.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Olympics, so I'm like, I know how this goes, but yeah, it's going to be a trial by error. It's going to be some fun watching me trying to get up on that thing. Because in college or high school, I was 205, so I don't know if 205 on a pole vault bar can hold that.
They got bars for you, but you'd probably have to get specifically ordered.
Right.
There's not a lot of 205 pounders.
Exactly. I was 205 my junior and senior year. For whatever reason, I got bigger during track season.
It is 12 pounds. You're right.
Okay.
So for the shot put, go ahead.
So I was 195 my junior year, and then 200 or right under 200 or right over 200, like 201, 202 my senior year. But then I would be for track every year was 205. I don't know, like how I gained 10 pounds, and I'm working out more. I mean, I'm running more. I wouldn't say I'm working out more. We weren't in the weight room at all. We were just sprinting, and we had to run around downtown Omaha, and up the hills and upstairs. So I'm like, I thought I would lose weight. I got bigger. Maybe I was eating more. I don't know. It was just interesting.
Could be that where you start getting more muscle mass, and that weighs so much more.
100%. I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I was a freak because my brothers.
And you hit the genetic.
Yeah, my brothers and my teammates, they were like, what's wrong? It's like, you different, dude. Like, something ain't right. Are you an alien or something?
I mean, I figured most of them had to put that together earlier than later. If they grew up with you, because
Yeah.
I mean, you were
Yeah.
most things probably taken off pretty early.
Yeah. My friends in California, I've run into them throughout life. I go back every other year. Some of the ones I was on teams with, like Little League Baseball, Little League Basketball, Little League Football, they was like, oh, yeah, we knew you were going. You're they was like, if he doesn't have a major injury, he's gone. We already know he's going NFL, Major League Baseball, Olympics, something. They're like, Ahman, you just don't understand. That's why we picked you first when we're picking sides, because we knew you could hit the ball, you could run fast, and you could jump high. I'm like, and you were just having fun. You didn't even pay attention. You weren't judging nobody.
Yeah, you don't get tilted.
Right.
We've
I
talked
wasn't,
about that
I didn't
before.
win or lose. I was just like, I'm just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, I was like, that was all that right over my head. I was that guy.
When did you like put it in your head? Like, did they have to kind of tell you that, or did you already know that I'm going pro?
No, it was more, it wasn't until I got here.
At Nebraska?
I got here as a freshman. Cause I'm like, I'm practicing against the best defense in college football. And when I got to a point where I could be in a series with Tommy or Brooke, and we get a couple first downs, I'm like, I'm going to the league. Because them boys, woo! T. Farley and Jay and
I've heard
Doug
Farley.
Coleman and Phil Ellis and Christian. Oh, my goodness.
Those guys are mean. The more and more, I'll tell you what, Farley is a treasure on the ticket. That guy, I love listening to him because he doesn't hide facts about black shirts.
It was legit, man. Like we like my first series as a freshman after LP got down on a series, I went backwards. The whole offense, all of us we had the ball on like the 30. In 3 plays, we were on the 20. Because we just went straight backwards. It was a run with me, then a run to either Joel or it was Jeff or Joel. It was Joel actually, and then it was trying to play action, and I think Brooke got sacked.
And you got negative 10 yards on 3 plays.
Right, we was like, we can't even go forward. Like, man, one of those days. But that's how I was every day, working with the black shirts.
On the bright side, we've got to see black shirts do that a few times. Some opposing teams this year. We'll talk about the game coming up ahead here, but yeah, I know that was a game defensively. A lot of people weren't as impressed because you think we have 0 turnovers, but we'll save that all up next. You guys can join the show. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, comment through there. You can watch on Allo Channel 951 or again, Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. We'll throw it to break. This is the Ahman Green Show. I'm Harrison on the ones and twos. Talk to you guys later.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com. Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
After being Lincoln's #1 trusted plumbing, heating, and cooling company for 27 years, John Henry's is proud to announce we now offer electrical services. Call today to book a full range of electrical services by our licensed, background-checked professional electricians. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Now offering electrical.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless of people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their lives. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-week challenge. Now is the best time to enroll during the Black Friday sale. You can join the January 10-week challenge for half price. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching for 50% off. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to enroll today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine. Celebrate Thanksgiving this year with Venue Restaurant and Lounge and Venue at Home with our Thanksgiving to-go meal packages. Our packages include sliced turkey breasts and roasted gravy, herb stuffing, Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, a harvest salad, and more, with add-on options to upgrade your feast, including smoked ham, prime rib, sides, appetizers, and desserts. You choose delivery right to your home or pick up at our Venue at Home storefront. Order today at holidaysbyvenue.net. That's holidaysbyvenue.net.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting scattered showers throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 47. Tonight, a slight chance of scattered showers early, then mainly cloudy and breezy. We'll see a low of around 36. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return. It'll be breezy too. We'll see a high of around 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Ahman Green Show here on Ticket Weeknights. I'm Harrison Arns running the ones and twos. Quick programming notes: no speed and power tonight, and no don't punt hour tonight, because we got some state high school football for you guys with Nick Sater on the call starting right at 7 o'clock. You got number 1 Bennington and number 3 Omaha Scott Catholic. Should be a good one as always. Let's preview this one. Again, you guys can always join the show, 402-464-5685. I just want to get your thoughts on the Nebraska-Wisconsin overtime loss. It was another tough game.
Tough one.
I can't even remember the last overtime win we've had. But Nebraska falls 17-24, 5-6. Badgers get their bowl eligibility game, obviously beating the Huskers, who now sit 6-5.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska's got one left, so we won't talk about Iowa just yet. But what are your overall thoughts for Nebraska football? Pretty much no turnovers except for the one at the end there where Chuba Purdy just had to do everything he can, try to make a play, ends up in an interception. And you're not probably really going to count that one.
Now, as a coach, as a coaching staff now, because you got to throw it up, give your receivers, as I said, give your player a shot, give your teammate a shot to catch the ball. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe into the end zone. That's the only other critique I could say. But to have 105 yards rushing, 169 passing, he gave his full effort. Everybody on that team, Emmett Johnson's been running good. Anthony Grad as well in terms of the run game. Yeah, they did their job giving the horse that Braylon Allen the rock 22 times. So that hits on the defense. I don't care which way the game goes. 22 carries a lot for a guy, and then also a lot for a defense to take that guy. I mean, because I was a key instrument in that myself. I understood that if I got 20 carries or more, we're wearing this defense out physically and emotionally and physically and mentally and emotionally, because come fourth quarter, we're still getting the ball, we're still bludgeoning, we're still hitting the hammer, to the nail. And so I called this game earlier this season. I said, this is going to be a tough game.
Always is, feels like.
Yeah, it's probably the truest of true rivalries. I know not we in this room, no, not us, but other people have created this upcoming game as the rivalry. I'll say this with asterisks, but this is one that's become the rivalry in true natural form, because I remember being at these Wisconsin games in Camp Randall, living in Wisconsin, being the only Husker fans holding my ground and giving it back to the Badgers just as the fans are giving it to me. I remember one guy, Ty Winkler, good friend of mine, I'm in his suite. Like, he's a suite owner at Camp Randall. And of course, they giving me the business. They talking, and they had every right to. They had a guy by the name of Melvin Gordon set a whole new NCAA rushing record against us. So
yeah, I don't like thinking about that game.
Yeah, I was at that game in the stadium.
DeMornay Pearson, who's after you, was playing in that game. It's not a fun.
I was in the
game.
Stadium. I was
with the
100 feet up.
The fans of the Badgers in the suite
in my face every moment. He got the rock. Love him to death. Great guy. Actually coached against him in high school. He went to Kenosha Bradford. Very good high school, prominent high school. One of those high schools that they churn out running backs and O-line for Wisconsin or Illinois or Northwestern, whatever. They put them out, especially running backs. Before him was another kid that rushed for like 2,000 yards in his season. Melvin did too. So hats off to him. Hats off to that Badger offense for that at that time. But still, like I said, I've been in that stadium. It gets rocking. So it's a tough place, tough environment. Our guys came in there and handled it by keeping them really down and quiet. 22 carries, 62 yards. That's right under 3-yard average. That's not not a good day.
I thought they did a good job on Allen. It was really the QB runs. The QB runs is what surprisingly was giving them a lot of problems. Yeah, it was one key drive with Allen, and then after that, they definitely shifted and out was giving us a lot of problems.
And what happens with the quarterback runs, it's just a quarterback. Even Chuba did it too. Excuse me. He had 105 yards, so it's just offbeat because you're knowing that they're a good passer. Mordecai did okay, passing the ball 160. And Chuba did too. So when you got as the defender, you got to trust that quarterback. You got basically you got to be honest. You can't cheat your coverage.
Real dual threat.
Right. So when you have to go drop back in coverage as a linebacker or a DB, you got to be honest. You're like, all right, I got to get to my cover 3 or cover 2 responsibility zone. I got to get back there, because if not, it's a receiver going to go in my area that's going to be open. So I got to drop back. I got to get in my zone. So then a smart quarterback, as Mordecai, as Purdy did, and we've seen it around college football, they will just take because obviously the zone gives up yardage. There's a cushion there. So that's a hard place. It's not really you can blame the defenders. They got to play their technique. Unless it's man, then it's different. Then it has got to be make sure they get in good tackling position and don't miss. Don't let, Mordecai he's not a Lamar Jackson, but he had all that space. He would pick and choose on them zone coverages to break the pocket, being smart to pick up the yardage, just help his team win and do it at key times. So, from that part, what I saw in the game, that was just him being an athlete, trying to make a play, with his legs or his arm. Same with Purdy, doing a good job, getting up and down the field. But I say in the start of the game, I think we don't start fast. I mean, we don't start slow. Then the fourth quarter, comes a little bit better. We could then, if we started fast, get ahead. But obviously, this is all in hindsight. But that's what you want. You against a rivalry game like this, you got to have that start fast, or you got to have that start where it's a stalemate first quarter. That is no score, or if it is a score, it's still it's 7-7 or 3-3 or 10-10, where you have that equal part, because as a away team, it only takes a few plays, then you could grab momentum very fast when it's still tied up or 0-0 coming out of the first quarter. But coming out, where they were behind most of the game, and then now trying to just get back into it. So you do that effort, you exert that effort and time. Now obviously play calling too. So that just gives that team that team that's trying to come back. It just seems like it's a little bit more of a hump than keeping it even throughout the first quarter, first and second.
Yeah.
I say first quarter and first half.
It was tough, right? Because you kind of mentioned it, right? You go up 14-0 immediately. It feels like out the gates, and it's like here comes Nebraska. Then you get into stalemate, and then you just feel like after that first quarter, it was Wisconsin. They get it 10-14 going into half. It's like, okay, you're still holding on to a little bit of a lead. Third quarter comes by, they score again, and you just slowly, it just felt like Wisconsin completely took over. And like you said, that momentum, you're at Camp Randall, the momentum's there. Here comes jump around, place is going crazy, and we just couldn't ever grab it back until that last drive where now we do elect, instead of trying to be aggressive and go for the touchdown like last week, which ended in a pick, we go for the field goal, send it into overtime, but fall short there. Were you surprised at all that last week we were aggressive? This week we took one shot, had another chance to, but instead we let time run so we can just quick take the timeout and field goal. Would you think to go aggressive again to end that with about, I think it was maybe like 6 yards from the first down, which just set you up for another first and goal with about 20 to 25 seconds left?
I say maybe, yeah, because it's just the type of game that you want, and obviously you need. I mean, both teams in this game are fighting for bowl eligibility. Going bowling, and so I think, for myself, I believe I could see where we're at. Ask the players, hey, what y'all want to do? Put it in their hands and say, this is a decision gonna put on y'all shoulders. So we could go out here and try to get this game. But it was, as I said, played well on both sides. It was a game to watch. I actually had it reversed in my head. I'm thinking, it was Wisconsin. No, we were up, but then having them grab the momentum back, that was my mistake.
They felt like they grabbed it pretty fast too.
Yeah.
Like I'm what you're saying. Like even though we went up early, after that it was, 3 and outs, and then Braylon out was a lot more effective early on.
And that was the part of losing that momentum. Those 3 and outs is what I think now, as we experience this, that bitter taste in the back of our throats is going to sit for today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. And then whatever happens, regardless of what happens Friday, it's going to sit with you for the offseason. Because now they're going to be coming up, next year, coming down here. Same, most of the majority, same team. I believe Braylon should be on the roster. He could probably go pro now. He's a junior.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'd have to look at the rest of the class, see how many running backs are in there. But I think it's going to be a decent class for backs, but he's still going to be one of the premier. Yeah. So I would be surprised if he comes back.
Right. So, but just saying, for us, though, that taste is in the back of my throat. Because I remember losing to ASU in Arizona State, but we were done playing them. But I'm like, after that game, we pretty much turned it on. It was like, we got to take the rest of this, where we want to be, finish our game, finish our season. And we did. We just finished a game short, losing to Texas in the Big 12, but having that loss 19-0, that's a bitter taste you don't like. And then you want to correct that, the next game. And that's what we did. We did that for the next 12 games. But for us, for these guys here now, is now that feeling of, okay, we're in a lot more control than what we know. And that confidence that I talked about earlier this season is there. They understand it. So this game, this weekend, this Friday, it's going to be fun to watch, just like they all have been. But like I said, it's just a couple plays here and there. It's just more mistakes that did or didn't happen to keep things looking, tidy against a good rivalry team right here in terms of Wisconsin. That's what you got to do. You got to eliminate those mistakes. And then that's what you learn, and how this is experience for getting better for the next year and then the next year. And then for the next class of players coming in, freshmen that come in, transfer portal kids, what have you. Now they have the veterans in the locker room to say, hey, we remember where we were at in Camp Randall last year in 2023, what that feeling was like, sitting in the locker room after that overtime loss.
And seeing that Wisconsin go across the Hero Trophy.
Exactly.
What's the name at the Heroes Trophy?
Great. That's a great question. I don't know.
It's been out of our
I know they have
possession
a trophy.
for so long.
I do like that because I did that. You know what I did when they started that here in the Big Ten? Well, they've been doing it for years with the Brown Jug and other colleges in the Big Ten. And so I did that at Lakeland between all the Wisconsin schools, D3 schools. We had a little cup game series thing. I can't remember the name of that either.
Freedom Trophy. There we go.
So
That's Wisconsin. It's the Freedom Trophy.
So we did that for esports too, and then we might be able to do it here. We're doing a Call of Duty event very soon, come either January or February. It's going to be the Corn Cup.
I like it
for Call of Duty.
I like it. That's a good name. That works out perfect. But yeah, it's tough, right? When you forget the name of the trophy because it's been over in Madison for so long. It just hurts because it just, for me, I was screaming at my TV. It just felt so personal. Just the Wisconsin being Wisconsin. They're wearing your colors. They're doing everything that Matt Rule wants to be. It just felt like, damn, another year of everything we're trying to get back to. And here comes Wisconsin kind of being what Nebraska used to be.
And that's why it's a true rivalry.
Yeah,
that's why it is what it is. So regardless if it was us, it was them, it was Big Ten or whatever, saying this is not a rivalry. This is a rivalry. And so sitting in that suite, getting the business from all these Badger fans, I just tell them all the time, how many rings y'all got? Get out my face.
That's a great one.
How many rings y'all got?
Did you leave that suite
not
with
Rose Bowl.
Any injuries? I feel like that'd be tough.
If it even got to that level, they would have been broken up. I would have went a Fiesta Bowl on them or Orange Bowl on them in there. I've had fans ask me that. Ahman, can you run me over?
Really?
I'm like, no.
That's like when they asked the UFC fighter. It's like, just punch me one time. I just want to see.
Yeah,
it.
that's what
like,
guys
no,
like.
you don't.
It's like, I want. Can you run me over? I'm like, you have insurance? I said, that's gonna be a hard claim because you intentionally asked a person who at one point in time body was a legal weapon. I remember I saw something on TV where they said NFL, certain athletes, their bodies are presumed as lethal weapons, and football players was one, along with like MMA fighters.
I think that's
rugby players, stuff like that.
It seems ridiculous, but it makes sense.
Makes sense
because you guys literally could. There isn't too many people walking around that could stop any of you.
No,
like especially UFC fighters, even the woman.
Right.
I don't care if I'm fighting like the lightest.
They could choke you
class.
out.
Yeah, they'll get me in clinch.
Something.
Even if I'm bigger and stronger, they'll find a way to get me where I just don't have my arms. Did you ever see the video of Francis Ngannou where a fan gets him to punch him and he's like, "Are you sure?"
No, I gotta look that up.
That's a great. I'll send it to you. We got to go to break here, but
I would love to see that.
And for all those listening, if you're not driving, I'd recommend it as well. It's absolutely insane. The tenacity to even want a guy of that size, who's arguably, he should have beaten Tyson Fury.
Right.
It went to decision. I thought Ngannou won, but Tyson Fury was, boxing legend. Francis Ngannou, no experience in boxing other than UFC.
Right.
He goes in there, makes it a close fight, and you can see Fury gets dropped, and his eyes are like, oh my god, the amount of power he has in his hands.
Yeah.
So legal weapons seems like a fair, fair label for those guys. Yep. But we'll throw it to break here. This is the Ahman Green Show. Ahman Green in the name of the show. Host as always, I'm Harrison, ones and twos. We'll talk to you guys on the other side.
Experience flexibility like never before with Ace Rent-to-Own. Whether you're decorating a new home or upgrading your electronics, they provide easy payment plan options that suit your budget. No credit checks, no hefty interest rates, just straightforward renting solutions designed with you in mind. Find great options to make a beautifully furnished space or surround yourself with the latest gadgets. With Ace Rent-to-Own, it's all within your grasp. Visit acerentoown.com and bring home more than just a product. Bring home a lifestyle.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon-wrapped dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon-wrapped dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we know no two cases are the same. Whether it's a DUI, a criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Southeast Community College invites you to check out our spaces ahead of your official campus visit. Our virtual campus tours let you see our campuses and learn more about our programs of study. Then you can schedule your individual visit in person or virtually. Virtual tours of our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, or Milford, and our learning centers are online at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Last segment of the Ahman Green Show before we go ahead and kick it out for some high school football, state high school football playoffs in Memorial Stadium. Nick Sainert on the call. We got number 1 Bennington versus number 3 Omaha Scott Catholic. Should be a good one because I do know that last time Bennington and Omaha Scott won, Bennington would win that one 14-13. So it should be a thriller. If it's anything like the previous game, this one should be anything but a blowout. Might go down to the wire once again. But I want to keep this segment going with you. We kind of
Yes.
talked about the running backs. Looking at Emmett Johnson when he's able to, we also got to see Anthony Grant a little bit. What's impressed you so much about Emmett Johnson? We'll start with him because Anthony Grant, I felt like it was a good comeback game for him.
Yeah.
Actually got quite a few carries. They about split it 50-50.
They did.
But Emmett Johnson was the guy down the stretch, helped along with Purdy on those scrambles to keep the ball going down the field, would give us a chance to go into OT, didn't get the touchdown, but an overtime chance nonetheless. So what's impressed you about our backs, in particular Emmett Johnson?
Just making the plays, getting in his groove, playing hard, and then being a young guy and getting in there and just not letting it affect him. He's just going out there and playing ball. I'm trying to turn off this volume on my PC right now. I'm trying to figure out where is it coming from. But no, Emmett doing his thing. He's not afraid of anything. What you have to be. What is going on here?
Got some highlights going over there.
I'm trying to figure out which tab it is. Oh, there's the tab. Turn it off. All right, so yeah, Emmett is going in there and not really, he's being in the moment. That's things where I basically had to go there mentally my freshman year. Is I'm in the game, I'm playing, and so what? Let's go out there and ball, and that's what Emmett is doing. And then Anthony getting back on there, working through the little troubles, as we talked about earlier this season, what he had to go through it was a him thing. He has to flip that switch. A lot of athletes out there, they go through their struggles, but the only person that's going to get them out of that rut is them. The coach could say, Matt Rule, he could say all type of motivating things, show him all type of motivating videos as he does. Coach Barthels, the running backs coach, EJ, same thing. Is up at the end of the day. I mean, they're doing their jobs by putting that confidence, saying, "Hey, look, we got your back. We understand." But it boils down to that athlete, and he's showed up, and so continue to play ball the way he has done the rest of this season. And in my book, and I got it on the board in there, they're going bowling.
I like it.
And
I like what you
Hawkeyes
said
better
there
watch out
about getting Grant some reps, because I think part of the process is you're going from Wisconsin. You knew the game was going to be physical.
Yeah,
a physical back like
no-brainer.
Grant with the size helps get him comfortable, because you got Iowa. It's going to be physical.
All day.
I think that's a great to have Anthony Grant get that confidence back a little bit. No turnovers, no miscues. No, there's a couple times it's pass protection, but that's about it. Otherwise, good game from him, and I think it's going to be huge. I think it's a huge part of that. Getting ready for another physical battle at home at Memorial versus the Hawkeyes. See if we can go bowling. But this is it for the Ahman Green Show. I'm Harrison. Ahman Green, host as always. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.